Robert De Niro's like 90 years old. He just had a newborn baby.
And like 80. Him and Biden are competing.
That's crazy to me. That's really crazy. But this is just like she was on Basketball Wives. That's who she is. Draya and Michele, she announced her pregnancy on International Women's Day. I'm not sure if LeBron was in the comments and congratulated her.
She acted like everybody didn't already know.
Because Joe Budden told everybody on his podcast and called her a predator, but said he still loved her. But
that's crazy. He dragged her too.
Yeah.
They talked bad about her and then wanted to close it out like, "Yo, Draya, I know I said all this stuff, but I still love you."
That is hilarious. That's
it's
crazy.
Nasty work. It's really crazy. I mean, listen.
Jalen Green, man, that's the baby dad. He's 22.
He has a tattoo of her name.
Oh, where at?
On his stomach.
Oh.
I think because he knew the baby was coming. So
Okay.
It was like, I'm going to have something on my stomach. You got something in your stomach.
Pause, man. We saw the video of him in college, man. Relax.
Oh, like 2 years ago?
Yeah. For real. She saw him in college, too. But
of course she did. Of course. She was at the game.
That's crazy.
Walking back to the dorm. Made sure he got home safe.
She helped tutor him all right. But I don't know. A lot of people were flaming her because the age gap, man. Do you think that's right, them calling her a predator and stuff? Because I think that's really harsh, man.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
She has a son that's 2 years younger than this man.
So what?
That's not nasty.
Not to me. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Robert De Niro's like 90 years old. He just had a newborn baby. And like
80. Him and Biden are competing.
That's crazy to me. That's really crazy. But this is just like she was on Basketball Wives. That's who she is, so that's not going to stop us. And I think it's really impressive that she's able to maintain herself and carry a baby at almost 40 years old, man. I think that deserves applause. And she did it on International.
I'm not giving applause for that. I'm not.
She did it on International Women's Day. She talked about being a mom, and I think she'll be a good mom. And this is where experience comes in.
Listen to this clip real quick. She did an interview with the Shade Room, and I want you to listen to this. This is prior to even the rumors about her pregnancy coming out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I want more kids.
Like how many?
Like one, I think.
That's all you need.
So like the person you're
I don't know.
dating, you see like a future with them?
I think the question you were asking is if I wanted more kids, and I feel like I want more kids, and I feel like
She completely
at this point
ignored
in
the
my
question.
life, right?
Yeah.
Hold
The
on.
relationship
You missed it?
No,
is
she's
amazing
gone.
to have, right? But that's not what I'm basing having a kid on, because
Right.
I'm very non-traditional. I feel like you can co-parent without being in a relationship. Maybe just two people say, "Hey, you want a kid? I want a kid. Let's just have a kid," and like let's just
Really?
see.
So you would
I'm very like free spirit. I'm very open.
You are not free. That is not a free spirit. That is a child support spirit. That's what she is.
That's a mother, expecting woman. Excuse me.
That's fine. She's a child support spirit.
How do you say that?
Because this is targeted. This is strategic. She's 39 years old. Her kids are essentially grown now. And she was like, oh, I need the next bag.
How do you know that? She could have just wanted another kid.
Dog, come on. She got asked the question blatantly, do you see a future with the person you're dating right now? And she said, so I think the question that you originally asked is, do I want more kids? And the answer is yes.
She further explained that she's not traditional in relationship, that she doesn't see things that way. So why are you ignoring that part of her answer as if it didn't exist?
Come on. Are you really going to bat for her right now?
100%. Like I don't see the
my
problem,
God.
yo. Like she was on Basketball Wives. People promote this. That's why people like her, because she was on a show about wags and girlfriends and wives of athletes, and she got pregnant by Orlando Scandrick, the football player. They got married. I guess they got divorced, and she moved on to another athlete. Like, it is what it is. He's a grown man, and hopefully it's a healthy baby. I mean, I don't know. I feel like people get so caught up in this age gap stuff. I don't know, the last like 5 years since like that R. Kelly documentary came out. I think now everyone's like hypersensitive, and it's just like, dude, like, I don't know. It's just not that serious to me. I don't care.
I don't know. I feel like it's different from this perspective, just because there's clearly going to be a bad coming. Like when
So it's about money.
yeah, it's obviously about money.
Why? I mean,
She said she said, "Oh, I just want to be a mother and raise kids." But it's not going to be free for this guy, Jalen Green.
she didn't mention money at all.
She don't have to. Nobody, of course she's not going to mention money.
But you're mentioning.
If I'm robbing you, I'm not going to tell you I'm robbing you. I'm going to be like, "Give me your shit."
What do you mean? I mean, well, professional athletes have babies with women all the time. This is nothing like
they do.
new.
I just think that this is clearly like she's a 40-year-old woman getting with a guy who's almost 20 years younger than her, similar age to her own kid, and it's like a re-up on the child support. That's the way I view it. Okay. Now, maybe that's not the way that she views it. Maybe it's just, oh, I wanted to have a kid, but she could have got a kid with anybody. If she was just doing it for the money, she could have got it with anybody. Why she pick this kid?
Because that's who she likes. She likes the lifestyle. She likes the money. She likes to be on the scene, just like a lot of these women. Okay. Just like Larsa Pippen, who's freaking back Michael Jordan's son. What is that okay because he doesn't have money? Like,
I mean, the age gap is a little bit less.
No, it's not. It's the same. She's like 50. He's like our age. It's the same. He's just.
That's not the same.
It is the same. Do math. What's 39 to 22 or 33
they
to
don't
50?
even have kids.
Oh, so it's the kids that's the problem, not the money. Like, to me, it's just like these rich people.
I think when you combine all of it together, though, it's just like it's a nasty combination.
She didn't force him to have sex with her, my mom said. Yeah, that's true.
That is true. And he didn't force her to get an abortion. So he must, maybe he wants the kid too.
You can't force people to get abortions.
You can't, but you can highly suggest and you can pay somebody.
We saw how that worked out for Anthony Edwards, man. Come on. Like, come on. You these things are
it worked out with like.
I feel like they're handling it very well. And sometimes you want a woman who's more experienced, to raise your kid. It makes sense.
I guess.
And also, she looks great. Like, any 22-year-old, 23-year-old, 24-year-old would still want to get with her. Like, honestly.
Listen, I think for Jalen Green, if that's who he wanted to have a kid with, I guess. But I don't think that's great decision making.
I mean, I think that's really rude.
Listen, I'm going to have an opinion. I don't know these people. But I'm just saying, at 22 years old, do I want to have a 40-year-old having my kid? Who's like a veteran in this game? She's clearly done it multiple times before. Nah, I'm good.
Maybe.
And now you got people coming out talking about the stories of getting domed from her in the car. Like, it's just nasty.
Man, that's on those people. People live life and other people want to exploit that stuff. That's on them. Like, people are always going to talk shit. Like, you can't let that impact your decision making unless you're, hosting hot ones, and then you can't you can't deal with it, But I'm sure he's fine with it, I don't know. I mean, if I was with Draya, I might be fine with it too, honestly. But shout out to them. We'll see. We'll see if he'll be. I think he's entering a free agency soon. He might get that big contract.
Listen, I think, when you're young, it's fun to get with the older chick because, again, they're more experienced. I've been there and done that. It's great. But it would have never crossed my mind to be in a serious relationship or to get her pregnant.
Okay.
It would never happen.
But you also weren't like a multimillionaire at the same time. It makes a difference.
That would make it even greater reason for me not to do that.
If you say so, that's your standpoint. Some people, I feel like, okay, I can actually take care of a kid at a young age, where a lot of people don't have the resources to do it. Like, when you have millions of dollars, it's actually a better option. When, we were that young, we were building up our lives, like just coming out of college. It's a little bit different.
True.
But hey, people have kids every day. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
all the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.